Alright, welcome back. So today we're rewinding to July when we're freeing these oaks from docks and thistles. Okay, so here we have the broadleaf trees down in the quarry field, the bottom field. So you can probably, hopefully on the camera, you can see the trees popping up here now. So here we've got birch and oak and some cherry and some sycamore maybe further over. And as you can see, there's other plants growing in between. So generally we're getting quite a few docks growing here. So they can kind of swamp the tree a bit if there's too many of them. Actually, the patch we're seeing here isn't too bad in the foreground, but maybe you can see further up, you can just see the amount of docks which are growing. So it's kind of pretty patchy, like different places are suffering to a different degree. There are some other plants as well. There's thistles. I've got the hedge cutter here. There's a long handle. You can also, we've got like a bush hook. So that's just like a, I guess you could say like a long curved knife as well, which obviously with that you have to bend over a bit more. This one, you don't have to bend over too much. And then as you can see here already, I've already done this area. So this is oak area, and here I've been more extreme just because the oak is still quite small. So I've cut actually more down in between, and a lot of the thistles have gone here. Where the thistles are, where the trees are a bit bigger, I'm leaving the thistles more. I mean, you can see just the amount of flowers here. So we've got a lot of buttercups and a lot of thistles, and actually there's loads of butterflies and, well, actually flies at the moment flying around, but there are quite a lot of butterflies around, which is great to see. And yeah, just a really big variety of different plants, and the trees seem to be growing now at the moment, so that's good. So, and obviously as the trees get bigger, a lot of these plants will not survive in a woodland environment, so then other plants will hopefully move in. So from the woods higher up here, we've got woodland understory plants, so things like primula, bluebells, and like honeysuckle. Got quite a lot of honeysuckle in the woods here. So hopefully these plants, because they're just there, will move into these areas once the environment changes a bit more and we've got a canopy. So right, yeah, I'm just gonna go around, and if I see something more interesting, I'll pick it up. All right, so I'm back on a different day now, and here the docks are pretty dense in this area, and I've actually got a different tool today. So I've got this is a bush hook. The blade's about 20 centimeters long, and the handle's about a similar sort of length. And here we've got the interesting challenge here is this is like a group of oak in here. The oak are generally not so tall, so this is actually one of the taller oaks. And in here there's a group of, I don't know, another 10 oaks in this area here. And it's quite tricky to get in here, so I want to see the oaks. I mean, I can't actually see any just looking now. So with the hedge cutter tool, it's a bit trickier to go in there, and you're more likely to snip one off. So with this, I can just get in there and just kind of go around more gently and then cut around the trees themselves. So I'm just gonna, let's have a look. If I set this down here. Okay, so yeah, now I come in here, I can actually just see this one's just popping out of the buttercups. So I'm basically going around it just to kind of free the tree a little bit to start with, and then I can chop the docks down, trying to get the bush hook, trying to get the bush hook to do the work. So don't need to put in that much effort. I just need to be kind of smooth with it. And then we can go over this side. I've seen one in here. So again, similar. Just trying to, where the oak leaves are popping out doesn't necessarily mean the tree is directly below it. Like this one is actually bent over a bit, so just kind of freeing the bottom of the tree around the tree guard. And this is definitely more in most areas it's not this labor intensive. You can basically see the tree, and then we're just cutting the docks and anything else that's directly around the tree. So here, that's good. And right, where am I? So the trees here are about 1.2 meters apart. Okay, right, I've seen the next one. This is not actually too bad. Sometimes I'm having to like walk through and brush with my feet to basically find the tree tube, which is a bit hard. Sticks about 20 centimeters out of the ground, which is below the buttercups in some places. So again, got a good one there. Okay, so I thought it was worth a brief recap now. So the reason we're cutting these other plants back is because we want to allow more light into the trees, and if more light gets to the trees, then hopefully they're going to grow quicker. But it's also because in the autumn, when these other plants die back, they're going to fall on top of the trees, and that's going to squash the trees. And one of the big reasons we're planting the trees now is to produce timber, as well as the biodiversity and people benefits that also happens with new woodland creation. But if we get trees that are squashed, this is going to reduce the quality of the timber the trees are going to produce going forward. So it's really important that we look after the trees and help them to grow as straight as possible. I just got hailed on in July, but I mean, this is Scotland after all. That's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying following along, and I'll see you in the next video.